welcome back to the Let's Visit podcast. I am your host, Rachel Lanita. Kama kawaida, you can call me Anita, anytime, anywhere, baby. So welcome to the space where I hope, if anything, you can take away from this podcast is that your worth and your value is so important, and that every day should be lived to the maximum, and you should find happiness in whatever you do and whoever you are. So once again, welcome to my podcast. I am so happy to have you every week listening on Wednesday throughout the week. I can see you guys commenting, sharing, saving, subscribing. I'm so happy. I know we are moving ni pole pole too, but thank you for being here. You guys are just awesome. So today I want to talk about standards, which is part 2 of my standards and boundaries thing. So if you haven't watched my boundaries episode, please my dear, what you're doing is not fair. Please just go and listen to my boundaries episode so that we can be on the same page. Okay, thank you so much. Now, like I said, if there's anything I wish anyone listening to my podcast to get, is that your worth and value should be increasing, and every day you should get out of the house and do whatever you're doing and be that bitch. Yeah, you are that bitch, you are that person. No one should mess up with you. And I hope at the end of every podcast episode, you get to improve on yourself and be your best version, technically. Yeah. So today I want to talk about standards, like I mentioned. So standards are like boundaries. Boundaries are like a line, okay? You can't pass this line. I'm not allowing you into my space if you're passing this line. But with standards, it's more of something that is coming from within. Okay? Standard is a reflection of who you are to others, and this does not how do I put this? It is not related to how people treat or like other people's opinions do not matter when it comes to your standards. It's how you hold yourself with high regard. The beauty of standards is that it comes with a personal touch. Not all people I've ever seen have the same kind of standards. They may be similar, but they're not the same. Okay? So with standards, you're like, this is what is acceptable to me. Below this, I can't take it. Something like, let's say, my standard is, when it comes to my health, I only eat greens and I color my food, like I eat carrots, what, green, healthy living. That is my standard when it comes to food. So if anyone offers me junk food, it is not about them respecting it's about me respecting my standard and saying, you know what, no, thank you, I don't do that. I do appreciate your effort to feed me, but I don't eat that. And I hope it's not even I hope you respect that. You just have to respect it because there's no two ways about it. So standards, especially high standards, because people can have low standards and high standards. And here I'm all about getting you to have high standards of yourself. It's like fine-tuning yourself to make yourself different from others. Let's say your standard can be, like I said, the food element. So this makes you, every time you hang out with your friends, every time you go somewhere, they know XYZ does not eat this. So we cannot, if she's coming, we are not going to have this in the menu, or we're not going to do this. It's just a standard that you uphold. It's how you walk into the room and everyone just sees your light. It's how you walk, how you talk, how you dress, how you impress. This is what standards are all about. It's about me to the world. World, I want to introduce myself to you. World, this is how I want you to approach me. This is what is acceptable to me. These are my limits, and you better respect them. You better accept. Okay? So the beauty, again, or with high standards, is that you immediately have higher expectations of yourself. If today you decide, I'm going to work on this, and this is exactly how I'm going to work on this thing. Guess what? If you put in the effort with everything, as everything else in life, what you put in is what you get out. It's like garbage in. Okay, that's the wrong. Clearly, I took an IT class a while ago. So what you put in is most likely what you get out. Okay, unless you're doing dubious things, but what you put in, the effort should always match the result. If I am putting an effort to look good, and there's this thing, my girlfriends, they're like, so whenever I call people out for a lunch date, I do not underdress. I go all the way. It's my expectation and my standard to dress nicely for my friends. If I'm going to meet you, you don't expect to see me the same day you see me in the house, surely. So with that, my friends have coped, said that every time they go out, I'm like, yo, you guys, are you dressing for the VMAs or something? They're like, no, Anita, it's you. We have to dress nice. So that's the standard I have personally impacted to my friends, that they now embrace that. And I'm so happy that somehow, one or another, we are moving and grooving. So it's literally a cause and effect reaction chain. What you put in is what you get out. So if you have higher standards of yourself, you will do better, so that you can maintain that standard, so that it shows out to other people and they get to respect your standards and boundaries. So unfortunately, the society considers people with high standards to be arrogant and standoffish. I get it. Like when someone says, me, I only eat at XYZ, or me, I only take this, or me, I only, with my money, I only want original stuff. When I talk about original stuff, I just get off, because anyway, you get what I mean. If I only want to wear Versace, why not? And if you can afford it, why not? So for someone else who has no I'm really looking for the nice words how to put this. If for someone else who has no standards or do not really understand what you're all about, they'd be like, no, you're being too much, you're being too expensive. But girl, it's my money and my time. If I want to go blow my money on vacations and come back and figure out how I'm going to get rent, I will blow my money on vacations and figure out how to pay rent. But I really don't expect you guys to be making very stupid financial decisions at this age and point. But you get what I mean. So it does take a high level of emotional intelligence within yourself, first of all, and others to accept, to see that this is the new you, if you are setting new high standards for yourself, and to get it. Okay, you have to know what you want, when and how. You cannot just say, me, I want to wear Versace, or I want to have a Louis Vuitton bag, and you don't know how you're going to get that money. No, I'm laughing because it's ridiculous how people are out here, honestly. So if you get the what, the when, the how. Okay, if I start saving, let's say to $50 per month, in about a year, I'll be able to get this back. Then you are getting yourself financially disciplined and aligned with your goals, so that by the time that comes, you're like, you know what, I worked hard for this, I got this, and I do deserve it. And there's nothing, oh God, I think this will be another episode on financial literacy and other things. There's nothing, for me personally, I do appreciate delayed gratification. With delayed gratification, okay, I know I'm going off a bit. With delayed gratification, it's the fact that you want something. I love to see it. I love to see it when people are hungry, for that thing. When someone says, you know what, by, like me, my goal by 30, my 30th birthday, you guys, you want to know me, you want to see. So there's something I want to do between now and the time I turn 30. So I know every month, every week, every day, I'm saving towards the goal. I know when that day comes, and when I buy this extra, very extravagant gift for myself, people will be like, oh, you got money. Yeah, I got money. I saved for 3 years. What were you expecting to fall from the sky? You get? So that's what I'm saying. When you know the what, the when, the how, you break down what you want for yourself, when you're going to get it, and how. It really helps you become a whole new being. Let me tell you guys, these are some of the things that make life easier for some people. You really think this person doesn't have problems, doesn't have this. But one thing I also realized, when you plan out your life, you get to experience some free mental space to think about better things or bigger things. But when you continually keep on adding more things to your life that don't make sense, you clutter your head with no sense of direction. So you need to learn how to make space in your head for things that matter. There's a quote I found somewhere that says, anytime you sincerely want to make a change, the first thing you must do is to raise your standards. Okay? Anytime you sincerely want to make a change, the first thing you must do is to raise your standards. And this is going in line with something my husband always says. When things go low, you have to go, okay. When life gets harder, you have to go higher. You don't lower yourself to suit into what is expected. You have to raise above, go above to maintain such a lifestyle and so on. So anytime you sincerely, if you want to, let me tell you right now, if you want to change, if you want to improve on your mental health, your weight, your health, your lifestyle, your money, your goals, you have to set higher standards for yourself. You can't, if you continue doing the same thing, you don't expect, that is madness. Madness is doing the same thing and expecting different results. If you want to change yourself, if you want to be the better self of yourself, for yourself, by yourself, my friend, you better brace up. We are growing, guys. We are growing. We are becoming I wanted to say the dependable people of the nation. Yes, actually we are the dependable people of the nation. So you have to make something work for you that will make you better and not bitter about yourself. This is the problem we have, people. You want to be the same person you were at 20. Guys, you're turning 35. You're here thinking the same old tricks that you were doing at that time would work right now. Imagine, no, it won't work. So please, 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 guys, I'm begging you, improve yourself. Having standards, personal standards at that, gives you a good sense of how you want to live your life and how good kind of a life you want to live. Be it what you eat, what you wear, the jewelry, the places you visit, it all comes down to what are your standards. Like for me personally, I know I'm bad and bougie, but when it comes to vacations, I don't get me how watu wa kusema eti sijui mi bora I have slept. Guy, I am not sorry, but I have to sleep in a good place. I have to eat good food. If I'm going to vacation, my mind, my body, my stomach, my tummy, everything in my body has to align with my vacation. So yes, I have to have a booking of a good hotel, because there's no way I'm going there. I'm on vacation and I'm figuring out where Ngwashe is, and no, it's not, doesn't work for me. But you see, for someone else, it's okay. Bora amefika, like let's say kama ni Mombasa. Bora amefika Mombasa, it doesn't matter kama talala kwa bus stop. Ama talala wapi, bora amefika, ameona maji, ameenda. For me, no, guys. I have to sleep in a certain kind of hotel. I have to have I really prefer views, but ni sawa kama hakuna, but still, I'm not going there to suffer. If it's a vacation here, you need delay for like another 5 months and get what I deserve. So you can always create standards for all aspects of your life, be it a relationship, especially relationship. Guys, I don't like talking about relationship, but I always find myself there. If your standard is a partner who does not value and appreciate you, guess what? You are a reflection of those standards. So I'm not even going to get there. So how can you create high standards for yourself? Number one, you have to seek clarity. Like, sit down, burn some sage. Then ask yourself, what matters to me? So clarify who you want to be and what you want for yourself. So if I want to be... Anyway, if I want to be a healthier person, I know this has to go from my diet and this is where I want to be. So I seek the heavens to come and help me with this goal. So number two, you can find mentors or people who align with your goals. Like something I say, if I want to align my financial goals, I'm very passionate about money. And I always say, don't joke with my money. If I want to align myself with my personal financial goals, I will get someone or get a financial advisor, someone who understands. I will hang around people who do not see money as a means to an end, but as a lifestyle. I don't know if you get. And once you get around those people, once you get to someone who can sit down and like pay dinner at like 50 G's and they're like okay, they're not dying the next minute, your brain opens up. Okay, your brain opens up when you find mentors or people who you are not who you aspire to be. These people make you reason and think in a way that you hadn't initially thought about. Recently, I traveled out of the country, and for real, it was my first time out. I was like, where? I have been in a rat hole, you guys. My country people, we have a lot to do. We have a long way to go because anyway, so it's really opened up my mind on how different people, like in this country of mine, if someone just lands like 100 G's, hey, you guys will not even breathe around that person. But you go around people who are like billionaires and they're just cool. They treat you right. They're not making you feel less of a person because you don't have that much. And when you're around people who think and move different, trust me, you will think and you will move different. So habits do rub off people. Learn, go where you're celebrated, go where you want to learn from. And again, something my husband always says, if you're the smartest person in the room or if you're the best where you're at, please move. Please move. It is not helping you. You're not growing in any way. If you find yourself in a situation where you're the person who's answering all the questions, who has the solution to everything, if you're the best where you're at, move. Thank you. Number 3, be realistic. Your goals have to be SMART. That is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Like I say, the what, when, and how. Be realistic. Like I said, if you want to lose like 20 kilos of weight, you can't do that in 1 month. Unless, okay, no, I don't know how people do it, but you have to be realistic. Give yourself like a year, just calm down, eat well, exercise, do this and that, and things will definitely fall into place. And lastly, set a plan and stick to it. Like I always say, class. Like I always say, if you plan to fail, no, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Yeah, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Always plan, always stick. There's no time in this life unafaa kukaa hivi na you don't know what your plan for the day is or what your plan for the next at least few months or the year should be, guys. So please, well, whether you like it or not, high standards do separate average people from great people. So if you don't have standards, I'm not saying anything, but you know where you are. You know where you are. High achievers will always expect more of themselves, and they will always there's always something to work towards. There's always a new mark, there's always a new, you keep on pushing your boundaries and pushing, and that's how you become better. Look at the greatest, the person look at Kipchoge. Look at that guy. He's always setting new standards for himself. He's always moving, he's always doing. I really love him. I don't talk about anyone but I love him and I respect Eliud Kipchoge very much. So always remember, like anything else in life, standards are a choice. And with that note, I want to say thank you again for listening. I'm so happy to have you guys. You always make my weeks very nice. So thank you. Don't always forget to subscribe, comment, share, save. I see you guys. I love you guys. And thank you so much for being here on the Let's Face It podcast. Until next time, adios muchachos.